What's up everybody, this is Derek here, and in this video I'm going to be highlighting one of my favorite locations to drop on Miramar, the new desert map for PUBG Mobile that was introduced with the recent 0.5.0 global update. I made a number of these videos, and this one really isn't a hidden location. However, it's one that I didn't know about when I first started playing Miramar, and one that I am very excited to know now. And Pecado Arena, which is a location we looked at in a previous video, is a boxing, or I believe it's a wrestling arena, and it has some pretty crazy good stuff. And it's also centrally located. And what do you know, there's actually another one of these arenas, the same layout of building and the same amazing loot that is in El Pozo, which is what we're going to be looking at today. So obviously El Pozo isn't as central as Pecado, however it's still a fairly easy location to get to on most flight paths. And it means that this arena, in my experience at least, is usually less busy than the Pecado one because, again, location. So here we go, just gonna watch some people jump out of the plane as we line up our jump. We still have a little bit of a ways to go, just under 3,000 meters now and decreasing rapidly. And this is pretty close to the plane's flight path, so I would expect some resistance, some level of resistance. However, hopefully nothing too crazy. So again, not really a hidden loot location, however, one of my favorites and a very good one. So here we go, we are using our 45-degree sideways drop method. Still gets you the most distance, not as much as before the update, but it's still about 1,800 meters or so, and you can feather it to well over 2,000. So I will be putting up a new video on drop methods after 0.5.0. I know a number of you want to see that, and don't worry, it is coming. It's just a matter of finding time to make these videos. So here we go, you can see it showing up right now. You can also see some pretty cool circular structures there. We will be looking at those in another video. Those are like motorcycle racing tracks that also have some pretty amazing loot. But for today, the crown jewel of El Pozo, which is this arena. Very, very similar to the arena in Pecado. So there's somebody else dropping right away. You want to dispatch these people before they find weapons, if at all possible, because otherwise it's going to make your life more difficult. So I have a level 2 helmet, so I don't have to really worry about messing his up. Got some 5.56. It doesn't, no, he didn't even get a gun, so you just got a level 2 helmet, and that's why it's super important that you try to get those early kills. And that's why it's important that you drop quickly, because then that way you can get those early kills. So yeah, SKS and there's an M416. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the shotgun for that SKS. So now we've got an M416 SKS, got a level 2, there's a scope for it. Got a level 2 helmet, a first aid kit already, and we are just on the top floor, so we haven't really done anything else yet. There's a backpack. There is another scope, a better scope. I think that was a 4 times. It went a little bit quick on the screen. There's a stun grenade. Here's a holographic. I'd rather have a red dot, so I think I'll hold out for one of those. There's an extended for the M4, so that's pretty good. We're back to where we started, so now I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anything the first time, and because I have some new weapons equipped, you might want to run around again just to see what I need. So we got an extended quick draw for the M4. That's awesome. I can get rid of that extended because we're not going to need that with the SKS. And that's a pretty good loadout, honestly, SKS and M4. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some more ammo, can always use more ammo. And now I think we're going to move down to the second story. So the first was the upper story. That's where I like to start. I like to jump, land on the roof, and then that way I can get a gun and can either shoot down at people who land here or just engage the people who are up there, because if you land down here and get a weapon, it's going to be harder to engage people above you in my experience. So there's an extended mag for the SKS. That's pretty good. And you can see pretty awesome stuff. Flash hider, so that's not bad. Not super useful, however, it also does reduce recoil, so that's worth it. We'll switch to the M4, or switch to the M16 and then switch back to the M4. There's my first vest, so that was a little slow getting one of those. However, that's okay because we have a ton of other great stuff. I see a level 3 backpack there, so awesome. Anything level 3 is a huge plus. I hear shots on the minimap off that way. There's some 7.62 and an AKM, so I might switch that out for the SKS and then switch back to get those 30 extra rounds of ammo for that. Flash hider, I already have one on there, so I'm going to switch back to the M4. I like to loot this area last just because it's you're the most exposed, so I like to make sure that the building is clear before I loot it. Here we go. There is another shotgun, nothing too crazy. And like I said, the building's exactly the same as the building in Pecado. So if you're familiar with that one, you are familiar with this one too. And the loot, as you can see, is just as good. We've got a level 2 helmet, level 3 backpack, level 1 vest. That's a little bit weak, but we have an M4 with a number of accessories already, as well as an SKS with some accessories. So those are pretty good. I hear somebody off that way. There are 2 people shooting each other, so see if I can get a couple kills, or at least get a kill. That looks like a bot, honestly. I think I'm going to switch to the SKS. I just want to see where that other guy is. So yeah, you can see somebody is shooting him. So I might go up to the 3rd story, go up to the upper level, and then look out that big window, or look out one of these side windows and see if I can tell where that guy is. I know he's somewhere over there in one of those buildings, probably shooting down. So you can see that I am outside the zone. However, there are a ton of vehicles over here too. So if you need a vehicle, do not worry, because there are usually a good number that spawn nearby this building alongside the road to the east of it. So just a really good location, and one that I'm not sure that everybody knows about yet, because sure, it looks the same, but unless you're studying the minimap, or unless you fly over it and you drop here, it's hard to know that it is indeed exactly the same type of building as there is in Pecado, and it is just as good. So in this time, you know, sometimes you get better stuff. This time I ended up with a level 3 backpack, level 2 helmet. Those are all pretty decent. There's that guy driving into the zone, I believe. But a little disappointing that I end up with a level 1 vest. So I'll have to find I'll have to find something better fairly soon for that. But yeah, if this video helped you out, definitely give it a thumbs up to help the channel grow, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG mobile content. My name's DerekG, and I hope to see you on the battlefield soon, or in the Discord, which I'll leave a link to down below.